how to make better, stronger, and appealing poses we are going to see today. We are now in the third part of the series, how to draw people. Today's part, how to draw better poses, will be based off the concepts we discussed in the previous videos, so I recommend you do watch them. It will only take you 4 to 5 minutes to complete both of the videos and it will be fun. So let's get into the essence of this video. So now I'm going to show you rough quick sketches. These are called gesture sketches. Before anything, you will need to catch the essence of the pose. That can be effectively done by drawing gestures. There are many tutorials about drawing gestures, but I will recommend a book called Drawn to Life by Walt Stanchfield. I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. He used to teach Disney artists about gesture drawing. So gesture drawing is all about catching the energy, weight, flow, and the story of the pose. Some of the things you need to get from gestures is simplified line of action, idea of the pose, 3D space where the model is coming into contact with the ground or any other object if there is an overlap, and what is the overall feel of the pose. It is very hard to explain gesture sketching in a short video. If you need a tutorial on gesture, let me know and I will try to make a separate video on it. For today's part, we need to focus on how to make better poses and how to make appealing poses. Let's get to it. The first point we will talk about is the line of action. So what is line of action? Line of action is simply a line which describes your pose. It is important to have a clear, simple and strong line of action as it helps your pose to be more dynamic, more natural and more readable. The second point that we are going to discuss is the intention or the story of the pose. So let's assume that there is a character holding a baseball bat and he is going to hit the pillow in front of him. So is there a way in which we can make the story more clear and less ambiguous? So let's try. So this is the second version of the pose where you can see now the story is more clear. Can we make it more clear? Let's try. You can see that the person seems to be more aggressive with the bat and he is just about to hit, but maybe we can simplify the line of action a bit and make it more dynamic. Let's check. As you can see in the fourth pose, the intention of it is more natural with a clear balanced pose and it's much better than the first version of the pose. So it is very important that your pose tells the exact story that you want to tell. And the third point we are going to discuss is the silhouette of the character. What is the silhouette of the character? If we take the outline of the character and completely fill it with black color, that is called a silhouette of the character. Character should have a very clear pose so that it has a very clear silhouette. If the silhouette is clear, your character is identified fast and it makes the pose very readable. One of the tricks to check if the character is balanced is to check if one of the legs is under the head. Pose automatically looks balanced. It is just a small trick that you can try. Fourth point, in order to make your pose more dynamic and natural, is to make it asymmetric. Both your hands and legs in a same pose, it might make the pose dull and boring. So in order to fix that, you need to change the position of one of the hands or legs in order to make it look asymmetric. That will add more interest into the pose and it will make it feel more natural and less robotic. You can also turn the chest and pelvis into facing different directions which will add a twist in the body, which will also create asymmetry and it will create more dynamic poses. Let's try something interesting. Let's try to change the pose which is already drawn and try to improve it, make it more dynamic. As we can see, the hand is inside the silhouette. Let's try to make it out of the body. In order to make it more dynamic, the ball is touching the thigh, which makes it not really clear to read, so we can draw it a bit out of the body. If you see, the shoulder and the pelvis lines are not opposing each other much, so we can change that in order to make it more dynamic. And also we can extend the hand a bit in order to make the silhouette clear. In order to make it more dynamic, we can show the racket swinging. Wow, that was it guys with this part, and there is only one more part left in this series of how to draw people, and in the next part we are only going to draw people using all the things that we have discussed up till now. So you better watch all the 3 videos before watching the next video, and thank you for watching. Guys, do like, share and subscribe if you like the effort.